Сыграем. Just kidding. Доброе утро, everybody. Good morning. That's good morning in Russian. Привет. Здравствуйте. Как дела? That is hello, good morning. How are you in Russian? If you do not know, I am learning Russian again. And I have made a group on X so that we can learn together. So that is recent updates for you guys. I'm going to be doing Bible reading for you from the book of Proverbs, carrying on from yesterday. It's not going to be as long as streaming yesterday because I have a earlier interview with you for you guys this morning on the Cares project. So stay tuned for that. We will be streaming. I think it will be 10 a.m. my time. It is 8 a.m. right now for me. So stay tuned, stay tuned, stay tuned. If you are not already, please go over to Rumble on Real Talk with Kaysha and follow me there because Rumble is just the place to be. Wow. Good morning. Thank you for the stream. Good morning, Ryder. I'm so glad you guys can hear me because sometimes I come on here and I just really don't know until I know, you know? Anyways, I'm also picking back up with French. So, bonjour tout le monde. Et qu'est-ce que tu vas faire aujourd'hui? Hello, everybody. What are you doing today? Nous pouvons, nous pouvez, sorry. Or, nous lirons, lire. We're going to read. We're going to read the Bible. Okay, we're going to read the Bible. And yeah, I told you guys I will be rotating dresses until I get new ones. I would just be rotating because I'm not wearing pants. I said I'm not wearing pants. I will not wear. Good morning, Julian. You said nice French. Merci beaucoup, c'est vraiment gentil. J'ai besoin beaucoup de pratique, mais j'ai essayé. Merci. I need a lot of practice, but I'm trying. Thank you. And by the way, if you notice my English will be suffering, is because I am practicing in French and Russian. I will try also to be more diligent with Spanish. I know I neglected Spanish, but I will start back soon. I'm giving my word. And I always keep good on my promises. So, guys, look at this cute little curl. You know, like in the medieval, Renaissance, or like Georgian era, they always have like this cute curl in the back. It's like whenever I do my hair, I'm always having this cute curl. Free the curls. Guys, I'm so silly. Anyways, I should probably start to read earlier now because, shucks. I forgot to write on there where we are finished. Oh, I didn't. It's not true. I did it. Here is. Okay, we starting. Charlotte. Queen Charlotte. Okay, if we're talking about the show, Queen Charlotte and King George from the Bridgerton series, then sure, I can be beautiful like Charlotte, but the real Queen Charlotte was not a very nice lady. Her and her husband, like I tell you guys all the time, this is the king and queen that they were fleeing the tyranny from in 1776 in the United States of America. So beautiful nonetheless, but in my heart, more is important. Okay, guys, we'll be reading from Proverbs, and thank you also, Ryder, for coming over to Rumble. I appreciate. LMAO added French too. Why are you laughing at me, Feels? Can you just be C'est pas une blague, okay? C'est pas grand-chose là. Come over to Rumble, by the way, Feels, and listen. But why are you laughing? C'est pas drôle, okay? C'est juste pas drôle. It's not funny. It's not a joke. Okay? Anyway, and as I'm like practicing more and more like words and coming back to me what I used to use, and it's just funny for me. Um, I don't know why this thing is like this. So yeah, it's just funny. So let me get to the reading. Um, just be happy that you get to experience the French with me, okay, Feels? Great. All right. Let's begin. Oh. Oh. Okay. Um, let's begin. I forget. J'ai oublié comment je peux dire begin en français. Somebody tell me. I don't remember how to say let's begin or start in French. Ah, okay. Advice about avoiding the adulteress. Again. Okay. We go again. Okay. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live, and my law as the apple of thine eye. Bind them upon thy fingers, write them upon the table of thine heart. Say unto wisdom, Thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinswoman, that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones. I discerned among the youths and young men void of understanding, passing through the streets near her corner, and he went the way to her house. In the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot. En serio? Commençons. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Nous commençons. Oui, c'est ça. Oui, c'est ça. Merci. And behold, there met him a woman with an attire of an harlot and subtle of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Harlots are loud and stubborn. Feminism. Her feet abide not in her house, good Lord. I don't even leave this room. I'm not even going to lie to you. That's crazy. This, my auntie Astra used to tell me all the time, Kaysha, life is like chessboard. The game never change, only the players. And chess is a game of only 64 squares. You can only do so many moves. Life is this way. Like, there's so many options that you can take, but it's repeated in history like over and over again because the game is the same. The game never change, only the players. Now is she without, now is she now in the streets and lieth in wait at every corner. Good Lord, sounds like a predator. She lies in wait. Like a predator. Change the game, create a new one. You know, uh the thing is, I like to understand the game and then do how I like to do, like in the game. Just you have to accept what you're given. You can't be delusional about what you're given. If the game is the game, you have to understand the game. It's not like I can't with this. I can't. Guys, I have a video. I have a video on TikTok and Threads that is going up right now, and the constant zzz, 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 is driving me up the wall because, like, even in the night, zzz, zzz, tring, zzz, zzz, tring. I know it's not like completely tring sound, but oh, somebody comment like Polish. Kto robi? Oh, kto robi? Bible reading. Kto robi is like, what are you know, what are you doing? How can I make this quiet? Okay, there we go. Gosh, I can't imagine if constantly, like, I can't handle social media, I promise you. Anyway, anyways, I'm saying, like, God made the game. I'm not trying to change his game because me, like, is why I follow his leading, because whatever in the game, like God and my father, whatever in the game, they'll lead me to the success of the game. I don't need to be the one operating the chessboard. I can be a piece, and I'm happy to be a piece on the board so long as the person operating me is going to win. And I know they're going to win because it's God and then also my father. I'm completely content with that. I I don't need to be the one trying to do the queen's gambit. No, sorry. No. It's nice to watch, but terrifying on realization, the depth of it. If you end up in a gambit, like in real life, by the time as a woman you come to realization, terrifying. I'm sorry. It's just terrifying. Um, this is what feminism does to people. Anyways, let me read because we are having less time today. It's already 8:13. My apology. It's the good type of laugh. I'm just really impressed and proud of you, Kaysha. Commençons, let's begin. Oh, you also, vous parlez français aussi, feels. Je ne sais pas ça. Or, I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you. Also, merci aussi. Merci aussi. Um, Chess can be played virtually infinite ways, just FYI. What's your stance between free will and God's plan? God's plan for us is free will. I'll say that. That's just simple, cut and dry. God's plan for us is free will. He gives us free will. We choose to serve Him or not. We choose to do what is right or not. Je ne savais pas ça. Yeah, that's what it is. Savais. Thank you. Merci. Je ne sais is like something else. Um, uh, God's plan for us is free will because He doesn't force. He's give us the opportunity to serve Him, and we can have consequences for that. Just like your parents. If your parents tell you, don't touch the stove, it's hot, you have free will to touch the stove. You also have the free will in that decision to touch the stove to respect the consequences from the actions, to receive the consequences of your actions. Every action have an equal and opposite reaction. That's science, but that also is God as well. We cannot. Yeah, say is past tense. Thank you. Je ne sais pas is like past tense. I didn't know. Current in real time. Je ne savais pas. Ça is present tense. Savais is right now. Thank you. I remember now. When you're doing this, whatever action you make, God is gonna allow you to take consequences for that action. To have I will do whatever I want. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. That is literal Aleister Crowley. It's satanic worship. It's satanic ideology. Sorry. So you cannot do whatever you want without consequence. Yes, you can do whatever you want, but accept the reality you can have consequence. Anyways. Oh, I started reading in my head. Okay. Anyways, again, now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows. Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I have found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love unto the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. Good Lord. For the good man is not at home. The good man is not at home. He is gone a long journey. Oh my gosh, the treachery. He hath taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. Women like this are terrifying because you know what I've learned in life? My granny used to tell me this growing up: Kaysha, don't play with men. I said, what are you talking about? She said, Kaysha, don't ever play with men. And I said, well, I don't, but tell me why. And she said, because a man likes to pop up on you unannounced. He will tell you that he's coming one time and he will pop up early just to see what is happening with you. I said, why would they do that? Why will they lie to you? And she said, because men like to test you. She was raised by her father and mother. And her father taught her this. She said her father taught her this and she witnessed this also. And I said, you say so? That's a Caribbean saying. You say so? And it's true. Men will just pop up on you. And I realize this. And sometimes it's not malicious. Sometimes plans change and men don't feel the need to tell you and they just show up. And they're like, oh, well, plans changed. I just decided to surprise you. And I'm like, thank God I am not wicked because so many times when I've had men just pop up on me, I say to myself, my granny, well, my dad will tell me this too, but my granny telling me this as a kid, I'm so glad she just told me like it was, that she understood. I'm glad that her father taught her well, because if I didn't learn this and I decided to try and be sneaky, I'd be finished. This is why I don't even bother trying to be sneaky, because men do stuff like that. And the consequences of if you get caught, good Lord. Imagine she's telling this guy, uh, you know, my husband, he's not coming until the day appointed. How do you know he's not coming until the day appointed? Forget him. God is also watching. But do you not fear consequences? Women should also fear consequences of the men around them. Not like they're going to, you know, punch them or hurt them, nothing like this. But you will have very serious consequence according to the wickedness that you've done. You should be cautious to that. You should be cautious from that. I don't know. Women today, like the brazenness is like crazy to me. How brazen are they? The game we play is rigged by humans, is what I think. God's game would not be filled with control, slavery, and all that. Maybe is a test. Not sure. Yeah, God God doesn't he doesn't force. He doesn't put us in the situation for our like our failure. He doesn't do that. He created an environment circumstance for our success. Um Anyway, with her much fair speech, English. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasteth to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. Let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she hath cast down many wounded, yea, many strong men have been slain by her. Goodness. A little passage called Seduced from Integrity. The Israelites, who could not be overcome by the arms or by the enchantments of Midian, fell a prey to her harlots. Such is the power that woman, enlisted in the service of Satan, has exerted to entrap and destroy souls. It was thus that the children of Seth were seduced from their integrity. It was thus that Joseph was tempted. Thus Samson betrayed his strength. Here David stumbled, and Solomon sacrificed his integrity to the same bewitching power. Patriarchs and Prophets, page 457. That is the truth. Scary woman indeed. It's terrifying. That's crazy. This is also why I don't approach men. Women consistently in the Bible, women who approached men were harlots. So beautiful, so cute. Women in the Bible who approached men was harlots. Women were typically approached by men for courtship with their like to their fathers, their parents, and to them, they did not approach the men for courtship. Only women who was getting paid for sex was doing that, harlots. So it's not a good thing. It's really not a good thing. And I don't care anyone who says. My father also taught me growing up that men like what they work for. And if they're not working for that woman, like to obtain her admiration and affection, then um, they're not going to appreciate to her. So I don't think that I don't think women should approach men, and I don't do it. I've never really had to do it. Like as a kid in elementary and middle school, because like you play with kids, like you would approach boys and play with them like in soccer and all this other stuff. Once you start getting older and things start to be more like serious, you realize, oh, okay, people are like liking each other and dating now. Now you get a sense of discernment, like, oh, I actually am a little uncomfortable to approach you now. Friends that I was good friends with in elementary, little like young boys when I was in elementary, stopped being my friend in middle school. Like we stopped talking every time we like pass each other. It would be like the look, like I know you. We used to be good friends. I used to go to your house and like for birthdays and play with lifesavers. Um, Now we just don't talk, and it wasn't anything weird. It was I don't know. It was just you grow up a little bit, and so I don't think you should approach men, and I've never really had to. Men have always approached me, like even men, like to the point where men's like when I was in school growing up, other little boys' moms would be like inviting me over to their house to play with their kids and just wanted me to be really close with their son. And I was like, "What?" And they were nice. Like sometimes they would drive me to school together with their kids and you know, things like that. I've never had a problem being approached. I just didn't. But even if I did, I don't think women should like be so brazen to like present themselves cuz then it's very forceful. But like I said in the Bible, the only women that were doing that were harlots. And I also noticed that good morning, Meg. Bon matin. Dobre utro. Dzień dobry. That's Polish. Why? Do you hear also zzz, zzz? I literally have the phone on silent, but it disobeys me. I swear it's on silent right now and it disobeys me. I shouldn't be hearing zzz, zzz. But anyway, um in situations where I have oh, that's cute. You guys saying good morning to each other in the chat. That's very sweet. Where I see women like chasing men, they never want them. They never appreciate them like long term. Cause it's like the woman is telling the guy, um, I know what's best for you better than You know what's best for you. So I'm going to create the circumstances for our success together. I can't stand this. I can't believe it. Oh, I lied. I accidentally touched vibrate and not silent. I lied. My bad. Now it's on silent. I thought I touched silent. Okay. Yeah, I've seen women do that, and then they'll go to like men's houses when the guy wants to break up or something, and they'll be like demanding answers. I'm like, girl, nah. Like if a guy's like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm like, okay, bye. RIP, bye bye. Like it was fun, it was cool. My bad, you know, or both of our I don't know, it doesn't matter. But self-reflect and move on. I don't know. I'm not chasing nobody like that. I'm not even if I like somebody, I'm not approaching you like that because if you don't notice me as a man, it's because I wasn't significant enough in your mind or something for you to notice me. And at which case, if I present myself to you, it's kind of like, oh, well, then you just gonna like want to sleep with me or something. I'm showing myself to be like my granny would say, you're too fast or forward. And it's just unacceptable. I don't know. I think if a man doesn't notice me, it'll just never happen. It'll be a crush that just blows away in the wind, dwindles until someone else like notices me. Because a man, it's not hard. Like, I never see men so confused. Like, you don't need to show men how, you don't need to do all this extravagant stuff to show men that you're amazing. Like it said, the harlot lady was loud and stubborn, just like feminist behavior, which means that the natural tendency of a godly woman is composed, right? And understands her place and time and things like that. Um, but men always know what they want like that. Like they know what they want to eat, they know what car they like, they know what they want to do, like and what they don't want to do. I don't know. They're very decisive like about a lot of things that I've seen and like my father's like that too. Me though, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what I want to eat. By the time I'm hungry, I'm just not going to eat because now I can't think because I'm hungry. And I'll just like grab whatever and just snack. Um So I don't know, like I don't think you need to be loud and all this other stuff or approach men and like do all these theatrics for like men to notice you because if they like you, they like you. I think that if they want you, they want you. Like nothing is going to change that. Like they've made up their mind, they've decided and they just like it or like they like you or not. I don't know. And if they don't like you and you try to make it happen, they're going to be miserable, they're going to resent you probably like just don't do it. It's giving weird, like to try and push yourself on men. At that point, if you're pushing yourself on men, expect that they will like really just sleep with you. You also give yourself a little bit more protection when you allow them to approach you and your father because now they have to play by the honor and respect, the game for honor and respect, which is, just that's God way of like doing things for the Bible and, families and success and things like that. So, anyways, oh, hi, Opal. Just clicked on for Bible reading, and you basically just confirmed nearly all men are predators. I used to think it was a good thing men have always wanted me too. Then I realized they'll stick it any anywhere if they won't be caught. Anyways, bless you. Stay safe. Have a good day. What? No. Hi, Lord Gonzo. Good morning. Only as she walks with God. OMG, Kaysha. Is there one day when you don't look gorgeous? Thank you, Jordy. Thank you. It's very kind. No, Opal, it's not true. And I don't know if you sound very hurt. like someone who had a very bad experience with men, or your father, I don't know, or fatherless, I don't know, but all men are not like that. That is disturbing, and not all men are raised to be predators. Men are inherently protectors and providers, and they love their family and they take care of their family. Like, I never seen like what you just described. I never seen my dad do growing up. And my dad never, like, I just never, he was always so respectful, so loving and kind to women, compassionate. He was firm in his own convictions for himself. If he decide he's not doing something, like I said, he's decisive, he's not doing it, and no one's forcing him. One thing you, my father, you cannot do, you cannot force him. Same to me, you cannot force me. Like when I decided, like, you cannot force me. Um, you can physically force it. That's different because, like, you're stronger than me. Maybe you've like put me in a bind, something, I don't know, like in a circumstance where I'm really like the gambit, you know. But you cannot force my like mind and my heart. The rules of encouragement, you break it as a woman, you will face the consequences. How do you mean the rules of encouragement? If all men were predators, women wouldn't exist in public. That's an illogical thought pattern. Exactly, Meg. Because men put women in that gambit, like where they're just locked. No matter what move that they make, it's finished for them, and they don't even see it. By the time they see it, it's because they're faced with it in front of their face. And by the time, my dad always tells me, Kaysha, by the time a man is in front of your face, is because he wants you to see him. And I was like, he's already created all the circumstances and the steps to box you in so that by the time you see him in your face, it's over. Whatever step you take, he's predicted and he's calculated your response because he's watched you over a period of time. He's analyzed your steps, carefully curated this plan so that he can get the outcome he wants. And if he's a predator, you're finished like that. If he is a good guy, he's creating these steps and sequences of patterns for your success. And he's done it preemptively. And by the time you see him, you know, the rules of engagement. Oh, you meant, yeah. The rules of engagement. You break it as a woman, you face consequences. Exactly, King Henry. And so if the guy is creating circumstances for your success, it's the same thing. This is the mindset, the strategist mindset of men. You know, my dad told me this, which is why he said, you cannot just approach men. You don't know what kind of mindset that man has. You can't understand the mind of men. You can't mitigate the mind of men the way that men can. So you're going to go and approach a guy and you don't know what kind of moves he's making on the chessboard. You're neatly seated in another room at a checkers board like this. And you think you're playing the same game. You're not even in the same room. You're not even playing the same game. Is it not clicking? So, that's not something that is worth it. That's not something that is worth it. And I wouldn't encourage anybody to do it. I will tell women, keep your peace. Because a man that approaches you is a man that wants you, and he will make it very clear that he wants you, and his actions and his words and whatever you need. You don't have to second guess, oh, does he like me? Does he not like me? Am I making it up in my mind? Because he's chasing you. Like, he's telling you, I know that you will be good for my life and I will be good for your life, and I'm going to make that happen. So let's get to it. Whereas you going to the man, he's like, I don't know. I don't see how she can fit or not. Can she fit? I don't know. I don't know what I want right now. I don't know. But I have a respectful fear of men and their capability. Not because they are all predators, no, but because I don't understand the moves they're making on the board. And every time I come to a realization of a man around me that are not bad people, that are good people, no one, God says no one's good but God, but, you know, of good character, moral character. When I see the steps that some men are making to do certain things, sometimes I'm like, like, oh my gosh, did he really just do that? He's doing that. That means this. And then I start putting all of the things together and I'm like, I start to sweat a little bit because I think of the consequences of the people that are doing it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it baffles me. I get scared for other people. I'm not going to lie to you. When I see the actions of people, I get scared for other people because I know certain men, when I'm watching them, I don't fully understand, but based on what my dad is saying and what I watching my dad doing, and I know my dad, I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Anyways, guys, we'll do one more chapter and then I'll get a little bit into a daily gazeta and then, you know, we'll keep it short today. A person can only exhibit godly attributes as a person is driven by the Holy Spirit. Amen. You cannot just be a good woman. You must be born again. Amen. You have to be raised this way or find Jesus, but the two together, parents and God. Decent parents and God. Did this person just say that most men are predators? That's wild. I know, Jordy. I couldn't believe it. Sorry, guys. I don't want to yell. Brought my Bible and steps to Christ to work. It's great to read during my break. Lord Gonzo, that is amazing. That is amazing. Guys are really simple. Amen. Kaysha, God bless you, sister. Jesus is Lord. Amen, Velchen. God bless you too. Thank you. Guys, don't take any mind if I am uh not responding immediately to the comments. I am going to finish the reading. I want to get this because I want to get the full time for you guys today. Um, so don't take it as a slight or quarrel. The next chapter, Proverbs 8. People make funny memes about how bad women flirt and drop hints. It's not really something they are designed to do. Um, Women are very subtle. Um, Not dropping hints, not flirting. I guess women say what they want, but they don't really flirt. Like I wouldn't say that I flirt. I'll say something about like what I want, but I won't flirt. Wait a second. Uh Sorry guys. Okay. My dad was just telling me something. Okay. I was like I thought I was late to something. Okay. Okay, let me finish. Let me finish. Sorry guys. Okay. What oh, yeah, I think women just say what they want. I don't think there's anything wrong with women saying I like this and I like that. Um Going to someone and flirting to them directly, I just don't do. If I like something from someone, I'll tell them though, I like your shirt. That is a very nice shirt. But I will usually tell that to people that um I feel nothing for. I will compliment men who I feel absolutely nothing for because I don't take it too serious. Like I'm just being objective. I want to tell them a nice compliment, but I worked in hospitality and I worked in hospitals, I worked in prisons, I worked as a waitress, I worked in retail, and I was never lying. I would only compliment people to what I actually like about them, their character or how they look. Oh, I love your shirt. I love your hair. It's so beautiful. You have beautiful eyes, or you have very nice skin, or something, or you're very sweet, or whatever, you know? But when it comes to someone I actually am interested, I'm not I'm not interacting with you at all. I'm not like I'm just not going to. If you don't interact with me like on that level, I'm not going to. Even in that sense, even in relationships, I don't flirt. I just say I would like this, please. I like this. I don't like this. Can we do this? Would you like to do this? I don't like flirting. I don't know. I think it's weird. I think flirting is very strange. I don't see, I think flirting is almost childish. I don't know what it is about it. I like to be silly and have fun and sometimes, do jokes or whatever, um, because I'm a jokey kind of person. Sometimes I can be silly. I don't really like jokes, but I can be silly. Um, but when it comes down to it, I don't like flirting. In a relationship, I'm just gonna say, like, hey, I like this, I don't like this. Would it please you to do this? Would it anger you to do this? And I'm not talking about anything weird. I'm just saying, like, in general, like going out on a promenade or like to the park or something like that. I don't like flirting. It's too many mental math and games. Can you just tell me what you want and I'll do it? Like, I'll be happy to do it. Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you need. I will do it. But don't do all these mental gymnastics and make me guess. And, oh, like, what do you. No. Like, I'm not 12 and I don't have time for all that. I don't like it. I don't like it. People who flirt, it gives me like the ick. I don't know. I think it's different to be silly because being silly is fun. Flirting is like you want somebody to like be on their toes and guessing and are we a team or not? Like, are you gonna make me like fight you for something? And I don't want it. If you're gonna make me like, I don't know. I'm not someone who likes to. Don't play games with me like that because I'm just not interested in those things. And as soon as somebody starts flirting with me, I'm just like, ugh, please don't talk to me. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, because then I already know like what it's going to be. And then I'm just like, okay, this is not even going to be like whatever. It's just not enticing to me. It's not, there's nothing more uninteresting and unexciting than flirtation. I don't know how to explain it. In intellectual conversation, though, I find that to be flirting, where you're sitting there telling me all these amazing things that you've done or that you like amazing things about you, like the deeper parts of you, and then information that I didn't know. Teaching me, that's flirting to me. Tell me something I don't know. That's flirtation. That will have my brain and my heart going like 1,000 miles per minute or second. Anyways, wisdom's announcement. Being genuinely interesting, that's flirtation for me. Wisdom's announcement. Doth not wisdom cry, and understanding put forth her voice? She standeth in the top of high places, by the way in the places of the paths. She crieth at the gates, at the entry of the city, at the coming in at the doors. Unto men, O men, I call, my voices to the sons of man. O ye simple, understand wisdom, and ye fools, be ye of understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak of excellent things. And the openings of my lips shall be right things. For my mouth shall speak truth, and wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are in righteousness. There is nothing froward or perverse in them. They are all plain to him that understandeth, and right to them that knoweth knowledge, that find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all things that may be desired are not to be compared to it. Wisdom's authority. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence and find out knowledge of witty inventions. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil, and the froward mouth do I hate. Wait. No, the fear of the Lord is to hate evil, pride, and arrogancy. And the evil way and the froward mouth do I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and princes decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, even all the judges of the earth. I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I lead in the way of righteousness, in the midst of the paths of judgment, that I may cause those that love me to inherit substance, and I will fill their treasures. Wisdom as a creator, as creator. The Lord possessed me in the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I was set up from everlasting, from the beginning or ever the earth was. When there was no depths, I was brought forth, when there was no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills was I brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth, nor the fields, nor the highest part of the dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he set a compass upon the face of the depth. When he established the clouds above. When he strengthened the fountains of the deep. When he gave to the sea his decree that the waters should not pass his commandment. When he appointed the foundations of the earth, then I was by him, as one brought up with him, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in the habitable part of his earth, and my delights were with the Son of Men. Wisdom as life giver. Now therefore hearken unto me, O ye children, for blessed are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction and be wise, and refuse it not. Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and shall obtain favor of the Lord. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All that hate me love death. There's a little passage called reap what you sow. But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Okay. Reap what you sow. God is the fountain of life, and when one chooses the service of sin, he separates from God, and thus cuts himself off from life. God gives those who are cut off existence for a time that they may develop their character and reveal their principles. This accomplished, they receive the results of their own choice. By a life of rebellion, Satan and all who unite with him place themselves so out of harmony with God that his very presence is to them a consuming fire. The glory of him who is love will destroy them. Desire of Ages, page 764. Desire of Ages is a very good book, and you guys should endeavor to read it. So may the Lord bless the reading of his holy word. Just curious, on what part of your leg did you fall? I didn't fall, but perhaps I shouldn't show you. Actually, my bad. So pretend this is my leg. This is this side of my leg. This is that side of my leg. When I was leaning on my bed at this angle, like the bed seemed like it was hitting it like at a different angle. And as I was pushing on the leg, leaning over to like reach to fix the bed sheet, it felt like it was gonna like it felt like my leg was gonna snap from that angle. It felt like weak and like it was gonna snap. And I was like, oh, I leaned a little bit more because I was like, okay, I'm making my bed. Like this is ridiculous. It's just a bed. This pain cannot be serious. And then it was so painful, I fell. I fell and then I was like, "Ah, my leg. Ow, my leg." I was actually screaming in pain and I could not believe it. I was screaming in pain. And now whenever I'm at the wrong angle, when I walk and my leg hits a wrong angle, oh my gosh, the pain. Like I drop. I'm not even kidding. I drop. It's getting less bad. I'm trying to stretch every day because as you guys I told you guys, um I I what's it called? I'm trying to learn splits now and I'm so close to the ground for splits in the like this, not like this. This one is so hard, like from the front splits, but the side splits is much more easier. Was there a popping sound? I don't think so. I don't remember hearing a popping sound, but the fact that it still hurts like this, maybe there was. I don't, but I don't feel anything is out of place. It feels, and it's like more to like the front, like the front part of it's near to the bone at the front. Like if you're here, like it's like you know how you have that bone that goes down the middle? It's like up here kind of. So anyhow, okay, let me read the um the verse my friend sent me today. Let me mark this so I can remember tomorrow because ADHD is too real. And let me read the verse my friend gave to me, my subscriber. Philippians 2:1-5. What? Ah, that's what I thought. I thought so. I should have just done. There we go. 2 verse 1 to 5. Okay, here. The attitude of Christ. If there be, oh my goodness, this is. If there be therefore any consolation in Christ, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercies, fill ye my joy that ye be like minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind let each esteem other better than themselves. Look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others. Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. And there's a little passage. Learning in the school of Christ. We are to enter the school of Christ to learn from his meekness and lowliness. Redemption is that process by which the soul is trained for heaven. This training means a knowledge of Christ. It means emancipation from ideas, habits, and practices that have been gained in the school of the prince of darkness. The soul must be delivered from all that is opposed to loyalty of God. Desire of Ages, page 330. May the Lord bless the reading of his holy word. I hope you guys are blessed today. So let me close the prayer. Okay. Dear Jesus, thank you so much for this day. Thank you for this Bible reading, and thank you for being able to share it with the viewers on the stream. Please watch over and bless all of us as we go throughout this day, and please help the words to touch our mind, our bodies, and our spirits. Please help us to ponder these words as we go throughout the day, and help us to think about the benefits of having wisdom and discernment and knowledge, and please grant these things unto us, and help us to be more thoughtful about how, and intentional about how we approach situations in our everyday life, and help us to refrain from all evil and abstain from any actions that are unlike you, especially those of adultery, like we're reading in the Bible here, and any actions that can promote any inappropriate behavior between anybody. Please keep us on the right path in all that we do, and regardless of if we struggle with these things or not, help us to be mindful and about the intentionality of our decisions and how those things affect not only just ourselves, but those around us. Thank you for your blessings, your grace, and your mercy, and thank you for this day. And I ask that you bless the viewers in all that they are endeavoring to do, and thank you that they are every day coming closer and closer to you. Thank you again. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. Okay, so now we will do our daily gazeta. If you fell on an odd angle like hyperextended, it's ACL tear. If you fell on twisted angle, it's a meniscal tear. If it's only swelled up during the first 2 days of injury, it's most probably a meniscal tear. Randy. Hi, Randy. How's it going? Thank you for reading during this fellowship. God bless. God bless you too, Nate. Thank you. Now we'll move it to the Daily Gazeta. Or in morning, but daily. Why not daily? Yeah, I'm kind of wondering this because when I twist my leg, if my leg twists, like while I'm walking, then it's painful. It's painful. But as long as I'm walking straight and like very, turns like this, then then it's fine. This. If I try to rotate, oof, gosh. Well, right now, I twist it and the pain shoots up to my kneecap. But it's less bad. Maybe I'm sitting. If I was standing and I twisted this, it would feel bad. Like I hear this, the cracking when you it kind of hurts. Actually, it kind of hurts, but it's not like I can't say that it's like egregious because I'm sitting here. I'm not screaming. But when I twist it, I can definitely feel it just sitting down here. If I'm standing and the full weight of my body is on it and I'm twisting, mercy. God have mercy. I'm just going to be sad. Do you believe Christ could be referring to consciousness? It kind of fit in many situations, like last bit you read. How do you mean? Wait, are you saying, wait, I just reread what you said about the flirtation. Are you saying that um, women who are bad flirt, or women are bad at flirting and dropping hints? Okay. Let's see what they have on the timeline. The timeline. But guys, I'm probably not going to be doing like things with sound because I want to see if this is what is causing the copyright. By the way, fair use claims, okay? For educational purposes. I cannot believe what I just saw. Um, and by the way, like, I'm not saying I've never made mistakes in life. I'm just saying I've never really. There's a certain way to go about it. He said, "Sorry, I just want to make sure you get the help you need." Sounds like you twisted it. I think I twisted it because nothing feels broken. I think if I actually snapped something or I heard like a pop, I might not been able to walk on it at all. It might have been like fully swollen. Like now, kind of. Oh, I feel like I have a headache here now. I appreciate the help, my friend Gonzo, but I don't think I would like to show my leg to the people on stream. And then I'm also wearing a dress. It's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna share you guys my stream. I mean my screen. Oh my goodness, English. Okay, let me move this out of my way. Guys, this is so cute. Look at the guy. Look at the dad enjoying his kid. They're just happy. Look. Oh, my dad used to do this with me. the He'd like throw me up in the air and do that, and he would put me with my legs behind his back and lift me, and I would be there laughing. This is so cute. This is so wholesome. The kid is having so much fun. And see, you're saying to me that all dads are predators. Look at this dad just having fun with his kid. I don't know this guy. There are good men in this world, guys. Like, there are so many good men in this world. Um, you can't just, you know. The kid is so cute. Okay, I'm done spending money. Friend, wanna go out and eat? Me. That's so funny. Honestly, now oh my gosh! Guys, I just literally watched that whole thing and didn't have the screen share on. Why am I like this? Why am I actually like this? I'm so sorry. Guys, I'm so sorry. Let me show you. Oh no, is it frozen now? Come on. It was the most cute.
You got one of these things. I'm home alone with
Okay,
Laguna.
there.
So we're
Regarde.
bored.
Look.
This is another round of fitness
C'est
with
cute.
fathers, is what we're calling it now. First exercise is the tricep extension. Just want to throw them behind the back.
Mignon.
This one actually works really well. This isn't really a joke. All right, next
Look
exercise
at them. They're just having fun. So
is the
yeah, like
overhead press. Make sure you
my
got a good
thing
grip.
is, there's
I'll be
good men
grabbing
in
rib
this
to rib.
world. You
If you
can't
can
assume
tickle, then
all
it
men
works.
are bad men. All men
A
are
little sketchy.
cheaters.
This one's a little
They'll
sketchy.
stick it wherever. Like that's so
Depending on your
sick.
baby.
That is so
My baby's
sick. Because then you're saying that about
my
your
baby's a
father,
little crazy.
and this is
but
why
I
I
get like
said it
3 reps
sounded
in
like the person who
before
said
she
that
wants to
is.
jump off.
You know, no disrespect to you, but it sounds
All
like
right,
maybe
last
you didn't have a
exercise.
father in your life
Going around the
because
world. Just gonna start on your back, and then you're just gonna rotate.
I never once
You know what I
thought
mean?
this to my dad, man.
So doing
That's the craziest thing I've ever
Likes
heard in
to
my
just get
life.
a little
I'm not
rowdy.
even gonna lie. It's not even rational. It's not even
You just
reasonable.
gotta keep them
It's not
relatively
logical to
close to
say
the
all
shoulders.
of anything is
And
bad.
you just go
That's not
straight into
logical.
squats.
It's not
You
even
know what I'm saying?
possible.
Straight into
You
squats.
can't have something
Yes.
bad
Yep.
100% of the time.
This is probably her favorite
Failing
exercise.
100% in all aspect 100%
And this
of the
is
time, not possible.
her
So,
mother
you know,
wonders,
that
why she takes
mentality
2-hour naps with
shows
me,
that there is
3-hour
something
naps
else
with me.
going on there.
This is what we do all day.
I have been a
Thanks for coming to
survivor
Fitness with
of
Fathers.
trafficking and sexual abuse and physical abuse, all sorts of things. I've been like attacked. I've been nabbed. Like I've been held at gunpoint. I've been drugged. I still don't think all men are evil because I know that's not possible. And my father is not evil. My father is a great, exceptional person. I'm only alive by the grace of God and my father because of how exceptional he is. You said understand, feel better. It might be just muscular strain that you stretch it if the calf's down. Yeah, I've been trying to stretch it, Gonzo. I've been trying to stretch it. I feel like you're probably right. It could just be that. So yeah, like not all men are evil, and you really can't make that assertion. And I've been like traumatized badly by some men, and I know that there are still good men. But I also, like I said, I have a good father, and because I keep boundaries that God and I learned from God and my father, I can appreciate still men. And because I don't put myself to, like they said, a woman who's like a harlot, she's always out of the house. She can't stay in the house. I keep myself, like, I keep boundaries and it keeps me peace because I respect men as men. I know what men is going to want if I interact with men in a certain way. And even when I don't look at it that way, I still try to keep boundary for my own protection. Like I trust the boundary my dad taught me to keep my own protection and my own mental like sanity and stuff like. But men like there's men interact with me on these streams every day and they're like a lot of them are not weird. There are a few weirdos, but a lot of them are not weird. I meet men at like events that I go to and other things like with conservatives and whatever else. They're not weird. They're normal. There's a lot of normal men out here that are not. Some people are weird again. But if most men were like that, like women, like the world would just be a different place. I don't even think you understand the weight of what you said. I don't think. Okay, I'm done spending money. Friend want to go eat me. Look at that. That's funny to me because I don't really like to do much, but what I will appreciate doing sometimes, like, is going out to eat with friends. If I do spend money, it's like on books or food because I don't really care to do anything else. I don't like going anywhere. I don't find nothing to be, good man. Yeah, real gonzo. I don't find nothing to be really interesting. Oh, you said women flirt badly. It's not a good way for them to express their feelings or take a lead in pursuing a relationship. Men are to be more direct and lead in pursuit with stated intentions. Yeah, I agree because my father was very direct. Always, I saw him direct to women, but he would always say that men a grown man and woman should be able to just have open communication. When he asks a question from the woman, he wants her to be honest. And um, you know, he also only complimented people from their character. He might tell them, "Oh, you look nice," but he's compliment their character and who they are, and was very respectful. So like I didn't really see my dad like flirt that much, but a lot of ladies liked my dad. My dentist even wanted to like be with my dad. And I had the same dentist like my whole childhood because my aunt was a dental assistant and her dentist boss had like the biggest crush on my dad for a long time. She was a pretty lady, she was nice too. Um but he chose other things. Women just were always liking my dad, and my dad was he was kind, genuinely kind. Um, Women, which I, again, flirting, I get also, like I said, is weird. I think that if a woman wants to express her emotions, she can literally just express her emotions. But again, women are emotional already. They're going to express also emotions in an emotional way. So they expressing their feelings through emotions is normal for them to do. And it's not, men are not going to be able to pick up on those things the same way as a woman would because women are speaking in emotion. It's, I guess, also why it's important for women to articulate themselves clearly to a man. This is what I desire. This is my desire. This is my want. This is my fear. This is what I'm feeling. And this, like, I don't know what to do with it. Like, women presenting the feeling is like presenting the problem to the guy, I guess. And the guy decide if he wants to solve it. Solve it by, interacting with it in some way. Like, okay, this is what you want. Okay, I'm going to give it to you or I'm not. You know? I think like this is better for women. Like, say what you want. A guy will decide if he will give it to you or not. Don't make the demand. Like, I try not to make demands. I say I like this, I would like this, but it's like I'm asking, But not like you're not really asking. It's like subtle. You're just stating. You're stating the situation. You're making statements about the situation, which gives the person the opportunity to decide if they even want to be a part of. Now, the Bible does say ask and you shall receive, but there are still ways to ask without asking. But then women, sometimes that can be confusing and subtle. Yeah, sometimes it depends. It really depends because some things you have to directly ask and some things you can just say, this is what I am dealing with. But I notice a lot of the times men are more quick to offer to help you if you don't ask. Like if you just say, this is what I'm doing and this is and it is just like I was just talking about like my foot earlier and Gonzo was like, oh, this and that and that and that. I didn't ask. I wasn't even thinking about asking. I was just telling you guys about my leg, not foot, my leg, and how I heard it. And then all of a sudden, the men, oh, do this. What about this? Is it this? Is it that? Solutions. Most of the times when women ask, I don't know, men think it's like nagging or something, and then they get angry. I don't know. I don't know why. Because like women like when you ask them because then they feel important, they feel needed. It's like, oh, you asked me, you like me, you love me, you asked me, you thought of me. Okay. Men are like, stop nagging me. I'm like, sorry. um I know who's not winning. They all in the same room. Who's winning the argument? I don't know what that means. He said, I know who's not winning. I don't know what that means. We listen and we don't judge. Oh my gosh, James. Okay, let's hear what he has to say.
I'd say one of my biggest insecurities is my lazy eye. And then I remember I was on Twitch one time and one random breast said, got one eye smaller than the other.
Wait.
And I was
Sorry,
gaming and I read
I'm
it like this.
sorry.
I'd say one of my biggest insecurities is my lazy eye. And then I remember I was on Twitch one time and one random breast said, "It's got one eye smaller than the other." And I was gaming and I read it like this. I read it like that and I was like, and someone tried to jump to my defense. He's got a lazy eye. He said it before. I was murked. Ellis, what's your biggest insecurity?
My face is very unsymmetrical.
Stop. I'll tell you now, I've never noticed that ever, Ellis.
It is.
I'm also more grower than shower. I feel like
I can't.
finish your
I feel like most people have, I don't know. I'm also a grower, not a shower.
Yeah. I want to be more shower, man.
I find the perfect penis is when you come out of the bath.
Whoa.
That's when it's like the. That's when it's like the right side.
Whoa.
Wow, right-headed. The perfect penis.
My apologies. My apologies. You said, of course we care. Thank you, Gonzo. Felt the book discounts at Goodwill hit different. My bookshelf is overflowing. I didn't even know Goodwill sold books. Why they talk about I never get that. They're privates. I never get that. Me neither. Yeah, the culture has more fleshly way of initiating relationships. Yeah, you're right. I don't know why they talked about that. I thought they said we listen, we don't judge. I thought it was gonna be like that that trend where they're like, we listen and we don't judge, and they confess something. This took a turn for the worst. I didn't expect that. Sometimes some of the things that James and Fuhad say are funny, and some of the things they say, I'm like, this is so diabolical. Like, this is so like, and the fact that they're talking about they wish that they were a grower, not a shower. They wish they were a shower, not a grower. Why do men care so much about their genital, the size of their genitalia, or their manhood, the size of their manhood? It is not that serious. It is not that deep. Sex is not that serious. I promise you, sex is not that serious. Like I understand it is connectivity, relationships. It's important. I'm not saying it's not important. You said OMG, they have the best deals. Got to look for the deals. All right, Gonzo. Just like, I'm saying that sex is not that serious because in the grand scheme of things, for your whole relationship, when you think about, I love this person, I'm not going to think I love this person because, man, their manhood is just so amazing. I don't love that person. I'm looking at them like a prozzy. I'm looking at them like my sex toy, and that's sick. Not my personal one. I don't have one. I'm just saying, like, I would be looking at them as an individual. I would be sexualizing and objectifying that man, and that's disturbing because when you love someone, when you look at them, you think to yourself, I love this man. I respect this man because he's capable, because he's intelligent, because I've never met anyone like him before. You know, you think about all that he is and all that he could be, and that you just couldn't imagine yourself living a life without him. And you wouldn't. You don't think of his manhood, his crotch size. Like, who cares? Like, I'm so tired of this. Like, that men are even, this is causing people to make so many bad decisions in relationships because then they're thinking to themselves, well, I just need to be pleased intimately. If you genuinely love somebody, if a woman genuinely loves a man, or she's genuinely taken with him mentally and emotionally, he's not going to need her to even, she's not going to need him to even touch her for all the work to start flowing in her mind, in her body, whatever. It's just going to happen naturally because women are mental and emotional beings, and they are moved that way. They're not as moved visually as men are. The things men say and the things that men make them feel, that is largely responsible for the outcome physically during sex. And a lot of counselors have said that sex for women starts in the beginning of the day, in the morning, not in the actual moment. All the little things leading up to the moment later on that it happens is what has the woman's mind prepared for that. It puts her in the mood for that. Because if she has a bunch of things throughout the day that make her emotionally or mentally strained or overwhelmed or whatever else, between her and the spouse, it could be outside of the house, that doesn't matter, but between her and the spouse, if they're having a tumultuous day together, it's going to be harder for her body to physically participate in what in like an intimacy later on during the day. So you have to maintain a certain composure within your relationship as a man and a woman if you want to produce the best intimate outcome. It's about maintaining a strong emotional and mental connection with your wife, and she'll love all of it. Like whatever you have, she'll just love it. Like whatever you guys do together, she will love it. Like there is a delusion going on right now, or maybe women are greedy, I don't know. Maybe women are, the average woman is 3 to 4 inches deep. Women are lying. You can get cervical cancer, by the way, from hitting too much. Anyways, that wall, the cervical wall, it is dangerous, can be dangerous. You know, it can be, I'm not even going to get into the details. The fact of the matter is, that men should not regard the size of their manhood the way that they do. Well, I'm not going to tell them how to feel good as a man. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say, find a woman who is going to be happy with who you are, who's going to be pleased with who you are, who's going to love you and respect you, and that is not going to signify the size of whatever you have going on down there is not going to signify, because it doesn't. Like it literally does not. There is a plethora of worse things, and yeah, you have to maintain a strong sexual relationship with your spouse, but you said indoctrination and gender diversity is why they push these ideas so much. Yes, exactly, because it wasn't a thing. And yeah, you need to please each other sexually, but that has nothing to do with the size of a man's manhood, because you have to grow with that person intimately. You have to get to know each other, and that's going to take time. It doesn't matter if you've slept with 1 million people. You've learned how 1 million different people like to have intimacy. That has nothing to do with the partner that is sitting in front of you. You're not taking the way Billy, Joe, and John liked to have sex and giving it to Tommy, your husband Tommy. That's sick. Tommy maybe doesn't like any of that. And then you're giving all of that to Tommy, and maybe he's thinking, where did she learn all of this? You know, I didn't teach it to her. I didn't tell her I like this. Right? So I don't know. Maybe he's thinking that. Maybe he's not. I'm not a man. I don't know the things of men. I'm just saying, you have to learn your partner. Your experience from other people will not make you better with your partner. You have to connect with that person emotionally, mentally, spiritually, physically. You have to love them. You have to bond with them. That takes time. And you can't expect things to happen like this. Because that man that is seducing you and all this like flirtation, seducing you, and then like sleeping with you, and, you know, all the inches in the world or whatever, that man, you need to run from the hills. You need to run for the hills from that man. I'm just like, I don't know. It's giving toxic, like genuine toxic. And I don't even like using the word toxic, but it's giving literal toxic. You said women who want on the first date are so cringe. That's not even the first thing on my mind. Facts. Yeah, if I genuinely appreciate someone, I'm just so disappointed when people come to me with that, like, white women are evolving. Is she white? She doesn't look fully white. Like, I'm not saying any disrespect to white people. White people are beautiful. It's nothing to do with anything. She sorry. She doesn't look fully white though. And again, why is everything about our behind, like our body? Like, why can't it be about looking like I'm not gonna lie and say women don't like to be pretty. I myself love to be pretty. I like looking pretty. I like dressing up like, like in my dresses. But character is above everything, and I think we should put character above everything, especially women. Like, there's no reason why you should be showing your behind and that being a thing. Like, can they not why are they saying white women are evolving when it comes to body? Why not say white women are evolving and put pictures of white women with as mothers with children and baking beautiful pies? There are white women that are doing that. Why, if this is a white woman and she looks mixed, I'm sorry, I'm not even gonna lie to you, she looks like she has something else in the background. I don't know. The skin is also a little bit more olive than one might think, or tan or whatever, which is not a problem. She looks pretty, but I'm just saying, like, she looks like there's something else there, which is cool, whatever. If you're really trying to promote white women, why are you doing it with a body? There's a ton of white women that are beautiful on here. I follow them. They make beautiful pastries. They have children. They have families. They post about God. They love like their husband. They respect them. Why aren't you posting them? They read the Bible. They're Christians. They homeschool their children. Why aren't you posting that? Why aren't you posting the women who post these beautiful pictures of pies that they've made or cakes? Beautiful cakes. So nicely decorated, so like it just looks whimsical. It's just like it's the perfect little, and it's like all neatly put together and just absolutely exquisite pastries. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, beautiful. And I say that because I love baking, but that level of like just, everything together and so pretty, I have to work on the aesthetic part of things. Um because I care more about the practicality than the actual aesthetic, which can be harmful sometimes because things sometimes it needs to be as beautiful as it tastes. And these women are very good at making those things beautiful. Whereas I can make it taste exceptionally good. It tastes delicious. Can I promise it's going to be aesthetically pleasing? Like on the plate looking like all together, like prim and like neat and whatever. No, I can't promise that to you, but I can promise a very delicious and nutritious meal. Survived 19 and 23. And now they're telling us about 27. That is hilarious to me. And I'm going to tell you why, because my dad told me once I was 18 that every time like time would fly by like crazy, and it did. And the way that I feel at 27, I I don't know. You said I do not agree. Make a good pie so you can learn more or something. Aesthetic is not that useful. That's what my dad told me too, Ryder. Like my dad's like, Kaysha, it's practical, it's pragmatic. Does it function? Does it work? Does it taste good? Whatever. Yes. Okay, we're fine. Eat it. Let's go. And it's always about, quick, but also efficient. Efficient and effective is what I meant. And so, yeah, I don't think aesthetic is as useful when it comes to food, but I do love when, these women make things beautiful. And so sometimes I'll consider that. But yeah, 19, I was like, oh, I'm young. I got all the time. And it was like, as soon as I turned 18, it was blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, now I'm 27. And I'm like, where does the time gone? And I'm like, I don't have children. I'm 27. I don't have a single child. Oh my gosh. So I really want children. I gotta bounce here, guys. It's 9:30. I really, really want children. And the older I get, I've been thinking this way since I was like a kid. I've always wanted a family. I've always wanted a bunch of children. Um, just a husband that I can be a partner with and serve God and just do great things together with. Just like someone who could lead me um in life to salvation, and my children, that I can trust them to do that. Like I can just exhale. Like I don't feel like I have to lead in those things. Like I can do what I need to do as a woman, and he can do what he needs to do as a man, and we can put our efforts together, and it can be amazing, a beautiful, beautiful oil painting, Renaissance oil painting, Georgian even. But you know, 27, it comes by fast, and you're still young. I don't care what anyone says. 27 is still young. Um, and your genetics are going to be your genetics, because I know women who were. I went to school when I was in school. This terrified me. I'm not even going to lie. And I don't have this problem, and I thank God. But when I went to school, in high school, I was in grade 11, and one of the girls was like sad. She was like, I've been having these issues um, with like my menstruation or whatever, and I have to go to the doctor. And she went to the doctor, and the doctor told her that she will never have children. And it hit me like a ton of bricks. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a reality for women. And this was in a small town. She was beautiful, she was skinny, she seemed healthy. And her boyfriend was like, well, at least now we don't have to use condoms. And she was like heartbroken. They ended up breaking up, and he married one of my other friends who's a twin and had a bunch of children with her. Crazy. Um and those two, the one who couldn't have kids, they were dating for a while, and that guy was in love with her. Um he was in love with her. And I don't know if he wanted children, couldn't get past it or whatever, or she couldn't, I don't know, but they ended up breaking up, and my friend had a crush on him for years. She'd be telling me about him, like, oh my gosh, do you think he noticed me today? Like, he talked to me, he said hello. I was like, girl, he's dating that girl in my class, you know. But she was just patiently waiting. She never like approached her or anything. She wasn't weird. She's such a sweet girl, and she was so talented. She could sing or whatever. Her and her twin sister, and she could play piano. Both of them were, the whole family was musically talented. Such beautiful people. And I used to go to their house also every morning before school and just chill out with one of their other daughters that I was friends with, because they're like 5 or 6 kids, or 7, I don't remember. And um, so she ended up becoming a hairdresser, and I think she married him, but she had children with him, and they seemed very happy. The other girl, she couldn't have children. To this day, I think she doesn't have any kids. And it just made me think about like the reality of life for a lot of people. And I grew up with around people also who I saw who could just never have kids, and I was just like, good Lord, what a burden. So when you're 27, and that's why I'm saying, the reason I told you that is because the point is, genetics are genetics. This girl was like 16. She was in her prime, and the doctor was like, you'll never have kids. And she has not. I know other people like that who just never have been able to get pregnant. Just never. Not once. And that, like, your genetics are your genetics. Either you're fertile or you're not. I know women who are so fertile, you can look at them and they'll become pregnant. And they are like in their 40s. And no, the exception doesn't disprove the rule. But the fact of the matter is that it's literally different across the board for all women. Yes. Are you more likely to have a kid younger? Yes, that is true. That is 100% true. I'm not discounting that. I'm just saying that there are other factors at play a lot of times, and it's not always as cut and dry as people think it is. Even healthy couples, statistically healthy couples take over a year to produce a child successfully. It's not because all these teenagers are getting pregnant these days that it's actually as easy as people think it is. And sometimes it is. I mean, um I when I was married, I got anyways. Um when I was married before, I was going to say I got pregnant like immediately. It depends with people. Obviously, I lost it, but it depends for each person and their genetics and how their body is set up and how they're taking care of themselves. But anyways, by the time 27 comes along, oh, you said my dad was not supposed to have kids according to doctors. They were obviously wrong. Yeah, and that happens a lot too. That does happen a lot too. But this woman had such like she was not like she wasn't producing like anything. Like she wasn't producing like eggs or something. It was something about like not having like really eggs or anything. Like she literally could not produce kids. She didn't have like she literally could not, something like that. Like a man would kind of need sperm, right? Hi Chica. Hey Chica, I'm ultra late, but checking in. Hey Jay, glad that you're checking in. So and I'll end on this. Well, yeah, so by the time you reach 27, I'm 27, you're just sitting there and you're like, man, I need to be married. The next person that I actually date, I'm not dating, sorry, court, because I don't believe in dating, but you guys think of dating. The next man that I actually court, I'm going to marry that person. Like it's because I'm going to be sure. Like my dad has vetted him. My dad thinks he's great for me and my success and salvation. I'm marrying that person. That's it. I'm closing the door. I'm done. Whatever. I don't want to see 30 and not be like married. If I hit 30 and I'm not married, I'm not getting married. I've made that decision. I think that way. I know women need men, but then it's not fair. Like a man wants kids and or whatever else, and it's not that you can't have kids at 30, but like if I don't get married before 30, I just don't see the point. I don't know. It's not like there's like a race or whatever else, but what is the actual point of getting married if you're not I mean, people get married after 30 and they're very happy. I just know myself. I just feel like what and it's not like I'm not young. A lot of men actually approach me and tell me that they're like, you must be. Someone asked me the other day if I was 19 or 20. People ask me all the time if I'm 19, 20, 21. Nobody thinks I'm 27. And that's not to say that I might not look 27, but these are men in their 30s that think I'm like 19, 20. Adoption could have helped her, I guess. Yeah, but not all women want to do that. And, some women would get offended even if you tell them that. So, like, a lot of people, they think I look very young, but I'm 27. So it's not like I look old, and it's not like my genetics are bad at all, because I have very good genetics inside and out, but like biologically. But I don't know. Maybe I don't want to be like people can still get married after 30. Let me just I don't know. I'll play it. I don't have enough information to definitively say that, but which is why I'm saying that, because I'm speaking out of ignorance, probably a little bit in part, because I know myself why I'm saying I probably wouldn't get married if I don't get married by 30. But I don't know all the information surrounding like all the things, so I can't definitively say that. I don't have enough information. I'm not God. Facts about men like this. All I'm saying is that this is wild to me, because even if you're gay, why are you dressing up like a woman? And this is another thing, like why that I was talking about this just yesterday. I don't even want to go into it, because it's like you want to look like a woman, but you like men, and you're using this to attract men, just like women would like do the opposite when they're gay. It's like, why? Why are you doing that? What are you doing? And now transgender also use this as well, and I'm just confused. Because again, why? And full beard too is crazy. This is like we're living in Hunger Games. Oops, I didn't mean to replay it. Anyways, I don't know, guys. That has been the show today. I was literally just slouching like this right now. Sorry. I'm like supposed to be like a delicate princess. Sorry, guys. I'm silly or flirting, whatever. I don't know. Thank you for the stream, Kaysha. No, merci. Gracias. From you. I don't remember how to say you're welcome in Russian. I know please is пожалуйста, but I forget you're welcome. Dang it, I really forget. What is it in Polish? Na razie. Na razie. Must be something similar in Russian, maybe. But in Polish, it's na razie. No worries. No problem. Okay, guys. Yeah. I'll catch you guys in the stream tomorrow. Or maybe later. Who knows? We're gonna have a show. We're about to have a show, so I gotta bounce. Into my other stream. Yes. Okay. Okay, guys, please go and follow me on Real Talk with Kaysha on Rumble. Please follow my Substack diary, which is, oh my gosh, Kate, AJ, you are the funniest. With the thing that you just showed me about my knee and the bed, thank you. I'm gonna respond to that later. Please follow me on my Substack, The Chronicles of My Heart. It's my diary that I share myself personally with you guys. And you can support me that way, or you can subscribe to me on X. Sorry, my goodness. So raspy. You can subscribe to me on X. We also, like when I say we, the Karis Project, like my father and I, we also post on QUX, locals, and those are free speech platform as well. Oh, and we also post to Vocal, which is Mike Lindell's app, Frank Speech TV, and we are going to be streaming our show for Frank Speech in the next couple of minutes, like 15 minutes from now. And it also goes live. So we go live every day 11 a.m. Mountain, because I'm in Arizona time. And our live posts every day in Frank Speech TV, 5 p.m. So anyways, guys, 5 p.m. Eastern. So anyways, please go follow us and support us on all those. Thank you to everybody who donates to us. The links are all in description and bio, whatever, and supports us and all that we do. We love you guys. We appreciate you. I love doing all these things and just interacting with you guys. It's just so much fun. This is fun. So anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And until next time, se caem.